Good morning, Northwest. Welcome to this week's edition of ONW Now. I'm Libby Zook alongside my favorite junior, Cece Koparanyan.
In today's show, we introduce you to the TSA Club.
Plus, we have a story about one teacher's super fun mock Congress class activity.
And last but not least, your favorite segment, Word from the Hall Thanksgiving Edition.
Let's get right into it.
TSA is a club on the rise at ONW led by students focusing on technology. Let's take it to Libby Zuck for the story.
TSA is a student-led organization at ONW that primarily focuses on technology-based activities.
TSA is the Technology Student Association, and it's what I can best describe as track and field, but for all things STEM related. So you have a bunch of different events that you compete in, and it's a national organization, and so we have our regional competition level, the state competition level, and then the national level.
Students are able to compete in a wide range of events.
People can submit a wide variety of things just based on the events you have. For example, at state, we have an event that's prepared presentation, which means that you'll just make a presentation 24 hours before you present it. And then we also have things like flight endurance, which means that you make a balsa wood airplane. And we also have things to fashion design, which means that you make fashion apparel based on the theme.
Students primarily thrive in the event of their choosing at competitions.
In TSA, it is primarily focused on like technology issues, and so that's like a lot of what the content is, even in like the speaking events. But we have two different categories of what an event looks like, which is prepared versus on-site. And so prepared events you do before the competition and turn in on the day of, whereas on-site events you don't have to do any preparation. And so a lot of the on-site events tend to be less STEM centered, and as someone who comes from a debate background, my primary focus is presentation.
TSA helps high school students prepare themselves for STEM-related futures.
You could prepare them in many ways, and I think the main way that it does that is it focuses in on what they want to do specifically, because they can pick the events that they want to do. For example, there's biotech design and there's engineering design. So if you want a more vast array of engineering, you could do engineering design, but if you know you want to go into biotech, you can do biotech design.
To stay up to date on ONW TSA and all of their activities, make sure to follow their Twitter at TSA ONW. For ONW Now, this has been Libby Zook.
Congress. Let's take it over to Jenna Klein for her story on the matter.
For the past 2 years, Ms. Shadid has conducted a mock Congress trial for her AP government classes. Let's take a closer look on what that entails.
So this was the second year that I've done a mock Congress like this. Last year, I did something similar, but it looked a little bit different. So I made some adjustments and then did kind of a more full-out version for this year. I think it's helpful for students for two different reasons. One, I think it's really important that students are able to articulate their own political beliefs, and that's the purpose of them writing their own bills, because they can think about all the things that we've been learning about in class, all the things that they see on the news or that they may see on social media, and then kind of think about some changes they may want to make within our political system. And then the second reason that I think it's important is because it helps students to learn from each other. And as students are discussing their own political beliefs in relation to others and their political beliefs, they can kind of see where those areas of consensus and disagreement may fall. So it's really a neat kind of a little experiment in our democracy, because students are able to really flesh out their own political beliefs and hear from others and why they may believe what they believe.
And this makes it so like anyone.
We had asked current student Camden McKernan his thoughts on the mock Congress.
I thought it was pretty fun. It's fun to hear other people's like point of views and stuff, and just kind of see like how it happens in the real world.
So I have really enjoyed seeing my students participate in this, because they've been extremely respectful of each other. So I was talking to a student today, and she was talking about how cool it is to talk about political beliefs with people you already have a relationship with, because she was saying that it really helps you to see where somebody else may be coming from, because you already like and respect that person, but then you get to hear maybe their political beliefs are different from yours. And that's, I think, a really important lesson that I hope my students can take out into the community when they graduate high school.
It's just something new that we don't do often, and just kind of better than a normal notes class period. It's kind of fun to actually do like a simulation.
This has been Jenna Klein and Ashlyn Cooper. Now back to the desk.
Raven Service Club's biggest week of the year is coming up. the K Citizenship Week. It is a week-long event where RSC does service of various categories each day. Let's take it over to their co-president on the subject.
So K Citizenship Week is basically just the community rallying around different communities and how we can show support and volunteer our time to those communities. So starting this Sunday on the 5th, families can go to Chipotle and have a day out with their family, and that will be serving your family. And then the next day, Monday, is Serve My School. So our club already made all these little notes that we'll be posting up in the bathrooms and just around the school, little motivational messages or things like you're doing great, you matter, you're loved, little notes like that to help brighten other people's days. Wednesday is Serve My Nation. So we have these signs that talk about registering to vote, so that can serve your nation that way, and making sure that people are aware that way. And then Thursday is Serve My World. So, we're kind of combining Serve My World. So we'll be helping with the IPS dance, helping set up and tear down, and then during the day, the actual dance and just helping organize that. And then it sounds like they also organize Toys for Tots, so they'll have the military people that are there to collect them, so that's helping serve our world. And then also we have a free rice activity during seminar that our sponsors should have sent a Google Slides out to all seminar teachers that people can participate in, and for every game that's played, a certain amount of rice is donated to different countries around the world. So that can be really helpful. And then Saturday is just Serve Your Home. So you can have some sort of picture of you helping out your neighborhood or again your family or some sort of community activity that way. And you can tag us on Instagram, and we'd love to see anything that you're doing to serve your home. So Kay.
Some of our awesome ONW teachers, the freshman committee is kicking off their first annual Pie for Purpose charity fundraiser. Stop in the library next week to see which teachers have volunteered to take a pie in the face. Make a donation for whoever you want to see win, and the teachers with the most money raised will get pied during our holiday episode of ONW Now. Cece, who do you want to see get pied in the face?
Probably Mr. Johns. What about you?
I was thinking maybe Mr. Brandstrom.
For those looking for a way to give back, a fundraiser for the Policy Project will be held at ONW from December 6th to December 17th. The fundraiser is focused on teens in foster care. Students can donate these items, and don't forget it is a competition between the Olathe High Schools. Scan this QR code for more info. Reach out to Lydia Abai with questions.
Swim and Dive had a competition on Wednesday in Topeka, and they placed first out of 12 teams. Our one and only amazing diver, Jack Rostifer, placed fourth. Jack is just a freshman, and it was his first big-time varsity event, so congrats to Jack. The medley relay of Noah Brandstrom, Kingston Kosher, Jack LaRue, and Andrew Evans took first. The relay of Pharrell Joswara, Kiefer Yim, Zach Fraley, and Spencer Lynn took fourth. Both relays posted state qualifying times.
Paul Turbrook took second in the 200 free, Noah Brandstrom took first in the 100 back, and third in the 100 fly. Andrew Evans took second in the 100 free, and third in the 200 individual medley relay. Pharrell Joswara took fourth in the 50 free, Kiefer Yim and Kingston Kozer took third and fourth in the 100 breaststroke. And in the 400 free relay, LaRue, Brandstrom, Evans, and Turbrook took second. Their next meet is on December 11th. Make sure to go out and support our boys.
Week. Let's take it over to Blake Woolery to see what ONW students really know about the Thanksgiving holiday.
What's up, Ravens? I'm here in the cafeteria today testing people over their knowledge of the Thanksgiving holiday. Let's see what you guys got. What year did the first Thanksgiving happen?
16 something. 1648.
1700s.
1796.
1826.
1969.
1837.
It would be in 1621. The next question is, what's the most popular dish in a Thanksgiving meal?
I gotta say it's the turkey, but it could be the cranberry sauce, but I honestly want to say it's the turkey.
The turkey?
Mashed potatoes. Stuffing. Cheesy potatoes.
You got it right. It's stuffing. Yeah.
Probably turkey. Turkey.
No, it's something stupid.
Oh no, mashed potatoes.
It's
mashed potatoes.
I'm gonna say green beans.
How many pounds of turkey is eaten every year during Thanksgiving?
Pounds?
In the U.S. Not just one household.
600.
600
Only
what?
600?
Only 600 pounds?
4,000. 70K.
9.
250 million.
50,000.
50,000, okay.
221,000.
2 million.
2 million?
Yeah.
2 billion.
2 billion? 704 million. What two colleges started the first Thanksgiving football game tradition?
Army, Navy.
Alabama, Georgia.
Harvard and Yale.
Nebraska and let's go Boston College.
It would be Yale and Princeton.
I know this week has been difficult for our Olathe Northwest community. I want you all to know how appreciated you are and how loved you are. If you or someone you know needs help, please reach out. That's all we have for you today, Ravens. Thank you for tuning in and watching this week's ONW Now.
For more updates on our school activities and more, make sure to check out our social media at The Raven Network and our website, theravendaily.com. For ONW Now, this has been Libby Zook and Cece Koparanyan.
See you later, Ravens.